Buntag Sugbo and the rest of Central Visayas. Once again, welcome to our weekly Kapihan sa PIA, live via Philippine Information Agency Region 7 Facebook page and Radyo Pilipinas Facebook page. Inyong sab kini mapaminaw, delayed broadcast 9 a.m. every Saturday via Radyo Pilipinas 576 kHz sa inyong mga radyo. I would like to greet our followers and viewers di ay sa atong FB page. And I would like to greet our acting PCO Secretary Dave Gomez and our very own Director General Catherine Chloe Di Castro, as well as our Regional Head Ms. Fayat Rinien and our Assistant Regional Head Ms. Rachel Ross. So our new Kapihan episode today talks about the banning of entry of live hogs and pork in Cebu. As we all know that Cebuanos really love our porks, our chicharrones, our lechons, and everything that is all meat. So once again, we would like to welcome our panelists for today's Kapihan, the Regional Livestock Coordinator of DA7, Mr. Zim Boter E. Amper. Welcome, sir, to PI.
Yes, good morning and thank you po.
And our Provincial Veterinarian, Dr. Mary Rose Bingoy. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, everyone.
For our topic today, ma'am, I would like to start with let's go with the status of our hogs and siguro the ASF status in Central Visayas or in Cebu. And maybe we can talk about the EO 39, which is the provincial executive order on the 45-day ban of live hogs and pork. Sige.
Yes, first and foremost, Cebu province remains to be ASF free, and the issuance of Executive Order number 39 is a continuation of Executive Order number 36. It's just extended and identified other areas aside from Negros Occidental, now includes Negros Oriental and other areas affected by African swine fever. So it outlines all the emergency preparedness for all the local government units to act on biosecurity measures, preventive measures, as well as surveillance in their area.
And to add up, Miss, for the regional nga overview as to the HOG and ASF status, for Bohol, since last April this year, there were no more active cases reported from the provincial veterinary office. And then same with Cebu province, there are already LGUs that are already applied and successfully upgraded their zones from red or katong mga infected areas to pink na wala na gyud mga active ASF cases.
So, meaning sir, safe na jud nga.
Yes, Miss. Based on our test results, that are all of those are based on mga kwan gyud RT-PCR, that's the golden standard test nga mo confirm nga wala na gyud tay mga active cases, Miss.
But right now, sir, with the 45-day ban sa katong executive order, asa to nagsugod siguro and asa to mo end or na by possibility na mo extend ni siya?
There's always a possibility of extension, and the Executive Order number 39 takes effect last July 7 and ends on August 21. But there's always the possibility of extension, depending actually on the endorsement really from the Department of Agriculture and the Bureau of Animal Industry. We're continuously monitoring all the local government units, particularly those with seaport entries, and all other reports from the ground, especially with our municipal and city agriculture and veterinary offices.
And I think we would like to kanag yung appreciate the initiative of the provincial veterinary offices. It's either in Cebu and Bohol because we do have this close linkage with the office and other nga mga offices. So upon or before pagani sa declaration sa katong sa NIR, both Occidental and Oriental, by their governors of their mga tested positive cases, there were already mga reports from the Bureau of Animal Industry, confirmed by the test gihapon, and then from that, we shared information as the start yun of issuances of those or endorsement of those mga banning through their provincial executive ordinances.
We say that it is already negative right now sa ASF ang Central Visayas, Doc. If in cases na boom again ng ASF, what will be the possibilities or the actions of the government in case nga na ay nasa another issue regarding or another boom sa ASF right now, especially the creation of task force siguro, Doc, no?
The Cebu provincial government, under the leadership of Governor Pambari Quatro, we have the new African Swine Fever Provincial Ordinance 2025-20, and it outlines the overall framework of the action of the Cebu provincial government when it happens there's an incursion for ASF threat. And apart from that, ang gi-specify gyud dito is the role of the local government unit o mga barangay kapitan. So dili na ingon nga puro lang probinsya, but the role of the component towns and cities sa Cebu and barangay captains when it comes to their role pag-abot anang implementation sa preventive measures for African swine fever. And naadiha po ang among coordination with the Bureau of Animal Industry and the Department of Agriculture, particularly kadtong mga blood samples nga among na-collect, the testing will be done at Regional Animal Disease Diagnostic Laboratory. And once na ay resulta, it will be conferred by the BAI. So there's an improvement when it comes to policy, constant coordination with the Regional Veterinary Quarantine Service when it comes to movement. Dili lang katong surveillance, but as well as also IEC and coordination sa stakeholders.
With the banning of pork siguro, sir, kay naa man toy 45 ban, unsa may natabang nato sa ato ang mga livestock nga industry siguro nato right now, sir, sa atong pig series or anything na assistance ba si DA ani, sir?
So for the Department of Agriculture, Regional Field Office 7, we have a actually support as to mga supplies, but this is through the provincial veterinary offices and mga municipal agriculture office, no, as to in strengthening of their biosecurity measure. So we are allocating, we are distributing mga disinfectants and mga supplies, like I said, for the strengthening of biosecurity. And we also conducted actually mga trainings to the farmers and others such as technicians in implementation and adaptation of biosecurity. So for this biosecurity, there are two levels manggod na ay level 2 which is very strict, and then level 1 nga adaptable and manageable by the smallhold nga mga farmers. So mo ni atong ginahimo nga mga activities in partnership with the LGU as well as the ATI, Agricultural Training Institute, nga para mahibaw-an og ma-adapt yun as behavior and practice sa atong mga smallhold farmers.
The provincial, Doc, na ay assistance gyapon or coordination lang mo ato with
Coordination lang and constant talk with the municipal agriculture and city veterinarians kay right now ang amog yung gibuhat ron nga we have an active role is the active surveillance of ASF. So we collect right now nakahuman nami og 18 ka LGUs, 16 of which were given RAS by the Bureau of Animal Industry nga walay mga negative cases. And then there are more LGUs nga na they want to have the RAS ASF. Ang advantage ani is that kung matagaan ang usa ka lungsod o RAS ASF certificate from the Bureau of Animal Industry, ang kanang hog raiser din ha makabaligya outside of Cebu nga dili na magkinahanglan og negative test result of ASF every time mag-ship siya. So example, ang validity na ibang LGUs nga ilang validity is good for 3 months. So 3 months siyang makaship nga without shelling out money para sa negative test result. For those green zones, ang validity nila 6 months. So 6 months sad silang makabaligya outside of Cebu using that RAS ASF nga certificate. Mangayo lang sila dito sa ilang tag sa kalungsod, and then katong certified true copy muna ilang i-attach, and then they're going to apply it to the Bureau of Animal Industry katong kay dikwa naman na siya kanang online. So mo to lang i-attach, and then they will be given the shipping permit. So muna siya advantage.
That's nice to hear, Doc, no, nga na ay mga kanang gibuhat ang atong government. Doc, in terms of prevention wise with the negative status right now, unsa ang ginahimo siguro sa atong provincial government and especially with DA siguro, sir, regarding there another increase siguro of the risk of ASF right now? Prevention siguro nga actions.
So the Department of Agriculture office nato always be nakig-partner with the LGU as to in fact it's really the initiative of the province and the municipal nga LGUs in conducting the monitoring and surveillance activities on the ground. So sa na-mention ni Doc Rose, all of those samples nga ilang makuha, they submitted it to the regional animal disease diagnostic laboratory. We do the testing, we do the analyzing, and then as much as possible, we could release within faster nga pag-release sa results para po di mahamper and then mahamper ang mga movement of the animals as well as ang market yun flow sa atong hog industry. Considering nga Cebu, the Region 7, ang pinaka-highest yun nga contribution into the agricultural economy is the livestock and poultry, especially ang hog yun. So muna, more on facilitating and partnership with the local government unit.
I think maura to akong question. Pwede ta mo proceed with our media partners lang siguro. Welcome again to our media partners, and I think state your name na lang and your organization and question.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning, sir. Rico Osmeña from DYLA, Daily Tribune, and Waterfront News. Doc, you've made mention kantung doon na tayo gihimo na sa 18 na LGUs. Are we supposed to do it on the all LGUs nato here in the province or even in Bohol? And secondly, can we ask for at least data nato? Why do we, like for example, karon ang ban nato sa 45 days is Negros Island na, no? And why do we have to, we export also hogs from Cebu to other places? Why do we have to ask for Negros Island supply also? Okay. Thank you, Doc.
Yes, sir. Ako unahon tong sa collection, no? The identification of the 16 LGUs was identified by the Bureau of Animal Industry and DA. That is in response to the request of Governor Pamela Baricuatro to improve the zoning. Yes, oo. So, na-identify dito ng mga green zone and na-identify nga red zone before nga naay mga outbreak cases. But that doesn't stop us nga katong ubang LGUs who are interested nga they want to because there's an advantage nga kung naay RAS ang usa ka LGU, ang ilang mga hog raisers makabaligyan na outside of Cebu using only that certificate. Na yung mga request na pipeline since may focus on the katong na affected before ng mga red zones, they need to have those from red zone to pink zone to yellow to light green and then green. Now for Bantayan Island and Camotes Island, they're already green zones. We just established nga their green is green. So okay na to. The validity is good for 6 months. For those mga red zones, that's why for those red zones, that's why kinahanglan natong suportaan ang ilaang action nga from red to pink to kwan para they're also graduate into green zones. But for those existing green zones but no surveillance yet, nakalista na sad sila, sir, nga kami na po sunod ba. So there are actually other LGUs na and mga municipal agriculturists and some city veterinarians nga kami na sa dunya, doktora. Okay, so we have this focus nga for the time being, we finish all those mga red zones and then we go back for those non-affected.
So what steps are we doing to at least eventually, or can we identify ang mga red zones nato in the 16 LGUs?
Yes, na ay mga identified, sir. In fact, we provided already the data. Some LGUs nga nag-red before were already given RAS, like Karkar, Pugo, Liluan, San Fernando, Sibunga, Mandaue, Talisay. But for green zones, ang katong kuan, Mantayan and Camotes, we are waiting for some results of the other LGUs. We cannot say yes, although we can say that it's already negative, but the RAS will depend on when the Bureau of Animal Industry will give us.
Pero Doc, sir, if you declare it red zone, what does it mean? I mean, there is risk sa ASF.
The red zone is way back nga mapa, way back 2023. after that, wala man gud na kuluran ang province of Cebu because there was illegal. Yes. Yes. So we want to have a upgrade of the zoning. So that doesn't mean nga red sila. That was the 2023 nga color nila. Oh, dili na ingon nga karon. So since wala man gito siya yung movement, so we have to collect additional samples to establish really nga when we say nga there's no cases, we can say nga there's a negative test result and these areas are actually negative. So that RAS issued by the Bureau of Animal Industry in the central office is a testament nga we and the LGU conducted actual active surveillance. And as to your question, sir, nga nganong Negros, because gawas nga there's already a threat from the Negros Oriental and the Negros Occidental group. Some of our lechoneros, ilang gikuha ang ilaang mga stocks from Negros Island because most of those were produced sa mga backyard, mga smallhold. And there's the system already with the lechon industry din nato nga with the Negros group. But with the threat, we cannot, depend that kana nga stock gikan sa ila because we have a 20 billion hog industry sa Cebu. And what happened now with Cebu is daghan kitang baboy and there's a lot of hog raisers nga nagkinahanglag tabang and they can actually provide the need of the lechoneros ron for the time being nga nagbanta.
Well, siguro sir, based on our gathered data, especially sir sa Philippine Statistics Authority, the volume of production, so katunag yung karne sir, no, of the whole Central Visayas, it is at 113 metric tons, or if you're going to convert it sir into sufficiency, we are 119% sufficient yun with our pork. Hence, in my opinion sir, there is no kanang challenge nga mahutdan ta og baboy kay para sa atong local demand within Cebu or even sa Bohol. And if despite nga naay banning sa Negros Island region, getting in there is sa Cebu as well as Bohol, nagban ba sir no with their provincial ordinance for 60 days ban, naay enough nga production either commercial or sa smallhold that could supply pwede from Bohol to Cebu or even Cebu to Bohol. So, mao to sir ang atong data.
Sir, the hog inventory in the province of Cebu was up to 27% compared to last year. This is based on the inventory gathered by the Philippine Statistics Authority. So it's actually 27% up compared to last year of the same period. So before ang live weight is mabusa sa 220, 180 but right now what's happening on the ground na yung mga barato na kay nga 140, 120. So we want also to help our local farmers labi na kay naay inflation karon nga at least makatabang ta nga makapamaligya pud sila with our own industry here in Cebu.
And then to add up sir, we would like also to encourage no our mga local traders, considering that it is proven man gyud kay with the RAS ASF issued by the Bureau of Animal Industry nga safe, wala gyud ASF cases sa mga areas nato diri sa Bohol ug Cebu, rather than buying outside Negros Oriental. In fact naman po it's legal man gyud nga giban, consider buying or sourcing their supply within the Cebu or within Bohol nga mga production, sir.
Good morning, sir and Doc. I am Reeve from Sunstar, and either of you can answer the question. So, what conditions or benchmarks must be met before Cebu can safely lift the ban on the entry of live hogs and pork products, and what role do local governments, transport operators, and the public play in achieving the goal?
So siguro ato kumukuan sa katubitang role sa mga other stakeholders no for the achieving the goal. So we highly encourage, especially our traders kay medyo sila man gyud affected ani kay coming in man to the province of Cebu. For us sa Department of Agriculture, we encourage all the traders to register really para legal bitaw. Kay it doesn't mean mga banned di na gyud maka kuano. I mean, we encourage them to register, to apply kay we have this livestock handlers nga registration, livestock transport carriers. Kay we, if they have this kind of mga registration man gyud, they could be considered as legal, plus the requirements pa gyud from of course kung what is stated in the provincial ordinance, kung sa tuwing mga requirements, health certificate, ASF testing inana, para gyud dili sila pudingon nga greatly affected with this mga bannings.
Miss, akong add-on with the katong requirement. The requirement for lifting is actually the basis kung unsay status sa Negros Island. But right now, we receive reports that there's still some areas affected. And there are still areas in near Negros nga mo pass through sa ilaha nga which easily increase the increase of threat for the hog industry in Cebu. So we're considering all these factors, and of course with the recommendation of the Bureau of Animal Industry and DA, we will also abide. And there's always a possibility of extension.
Uh, good good morning. John Kimbote from JMA Super Radio, DYSS. Regarding lang sa requirements, since stricto naman gid kay tamam answer, no? Regarding lang sa requirements para makapasulod og baboy here in Cebu, unsa siya kakuti, especially karon nga nag-monitor gid ta sa mga pantalan, nabi ba nga additional nga bayran ang mga hog dealers, or pwede rin mo ma-elaborate? How
Sir-
how strict are we in terms of requirements?
So there's a total ban, so no entry.
No.
Yes, even if there you have the documents.
Even if sa lain nga areas, ma'am.
The Regional Veterinary Quarantine Service through the Bureau of Animal Industry has their list of regulatory documents. So they need to comply those before matagaan sila og shipping permit. So the issuance comes from the central office, BAI. So dili siya sa amoa. Yes, but ang mga shipper, kung trader ka sa hogs, aware na sila ng, of course, katong gingon ganyan ni Dr. Zim nga livestock handlers permit, livestock carrier registration, transport registrations from DA, and katong mga veterinary certificate and others.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sa Negros ang daghan gyud ng mga from Mindanao.
Wala, sir. In fact, Cebu has 5 breeder farms, commercial breeder farms. We are the ones supplying for repopulation efforts sa areas in Luzon and in Mindanao. So kita'y pagawas, daghantang pagawas. So for the commercial group, since they have this special certification also, that's why ang atong gi-address karon is katong atong mga backyard racers nga makagawasad sila. That's why we have the RAS ASF certificate.
Which is how many percent ang kini mga backyard races?
Yes. For Cebu, sir, it's more on 60-40% as to the number, sir. But lahi siya nga story, sir, kung mo kwanta sa volume of production na. So meaning, although daghay mga smallhold or backyard racers, pero mas daghan og kaning karne ang maproduce ang commercial, it's because on the type of their operation of production man good pod, sir, no? So inana ang kuan set up. It's a different pod, sir, story with the Bohol. Kay daghan ang ilang smallhold, mas dako pod ang ilang kuan dito karne nga produce good from the smallhold or backyard farmers, sir.
Follow up lang ko sa backyard races. Accounted ba ni tanan nato, sir?
Yes, we have for the Department of Agriculture na atay gitawag nga RSBSA. It's the Registry of the Farmers, no? And siguro di atong matawag di gyud fully captured but ongoing taan nag-registration. Hence, mukuan gyud mi know with our municipal agriculture offices to encourage all those atong mga farmers to register. It's a free, wag yun ay bayran. And the advantage nga ma-register sila through RSBSA is aside sa ma-capture sila as a farmer, yun legit nga farmer, this also gives them kana bitawng chance or privilege para maka-avail sa mga DE nga mga projects. Kaya isa man as mga requirements.
If ibutang nato sa percentage, sir, pila ka ang na-account na sa DA and ang katong wala pa.
Oo. Based sa atong data, we are already at 96% nga na-registered. So gamay na lang yun. Oo. Yes, whole region.
May punta.
Remember, a few years ago, nang mas magod no, di ba, when we have declared ASF also here, no? Funny,
Yes.
di ba?
Yes, sir. That is one of the reason why we issued Executive Order number 39, because there were reports coming from other LGUs, especially for those who have seaports, and for those who have no seaports, pero gipaagi sa mga barangay. So that also activate the local government's task force nga magbinantayon sila dito sa ila ang kaugalingon nga mga lugar. If ever there are things like this, they need to report sa ila and then they have to address it.
Pero Dok, sa ko na ni, South area, ang murag kusog-kusog gikan Negros, no? Sa Bantayan, mukuan ba, musulod bang gikan Negros? Sa Bantayan, no?
Sa Bantayan area, there is reports before nga mo about coming from Panay area. And there we also received reports nga na mosulod from Cordova and of course with Lapu-Lapu recently. So there's a coordination meeting conducted last week with the Philippine Coast Guard, the Lapu-Lapu City Government, provincial government, and DA, together with all the provincial veterinarian, because there's reports going on nga na ay mga yes hogs nga flying with these areas through Bohol. Padung sa Bohol.
Good morning, Gio Navarro from CCTN 47 and Brigada News FM Cebu. Since on alert naman kita sa ASF, are we now doing more frequently sa paghimo sa biosecurity measures sa mga babuyan, like checking the blood samples on some backyard farms or kana mga commercial hog farms, and at the same time kanunayan ba usab nato ang inspection sa mga namaligya o karning baboy just to make sure nga luwas gid sa ASF?
Ako sa Doc, no? So for the Department of Agriculture, sir, we really have this regular monitoring sa mga farms registered sa DA. So every 3 months, depende na sir, na every 3 months, ug na po every 6 months. So once mopasar na sila sa tong standards nga gina-maintain, we issued through the Bureau of Animal Industry kanang LTO registration, so that it encompasses sa mga animal welfare, and then naapod ta mo issue atong certificate of free status sa ASF sa kana gyud nga mismo nga farm. So isa na sa atong kuano measures diri sa mga farms nga registered sa Department of Agriculture. Meanwhile, for those mga smallholder nga farms nga medyo daghan-daghan na siya, mao tong initiative nga gibuhat sa local government unit sa province nga nagkandak sila atong mga surveillance and negative monitoring. So mo to nga successfully na-issued nga 16 ka RAS ASF, recognition of active surveillance for ASF. So meaning negative tanan, wala gyud. The validity depends gyapon sa zone. So mo ni atong gipangbuhat with the initiative with the partnership sa local government para ma-monitor gyud. And for the karni na pud sir, it's now the role of NMIS. So they are conducting man pud sir no mga anti-mortem atong gitawag before ihawon, i-check sa gyud kung wa ba yung mga signs sa mga sakit ang baboy, kay kung naa ilapod ng kanda kanigto og test for ASF. So far we don't have reports man pud sir from the NMIS nga naay na test digto nga ning positive. So limpyo pod ang atong kuan. Yes, prior to ihaw.
Yes, add on. The National Meat Inspection Service sa Region 7, they have this random testing also dito sa slaughterhouse. Okay, so ang katungan mong gibuhat is mga backyard farms sa mga barangay. So ang issue na after kung free na nga area, RAS ASF, recognition for active status on African swine fever. Kung commercial farm, muna siya ang katong certificate of free status on ASF. Muna siyang CFS. But the NMIS, naapos sila kaugalingon nga random checking of blood samples sa slaughterhouse. So ilaapod to siya. And naapos na sila coordination meeting with the DA. So every now and then, we meet para mo share sa amo ang mga results, and we share the data kung kisa na po ang katong na ay na-issuehan.
Kay mo na mag-asset sa naka-alert na magita sa ASF kasi nagkabalakan na sukan pa mga namaligid mga lechon o guban pa nga pasin mo mahal na noon og samot ang baligya. How can we make sure nga aside sa magpabilin nga maayo ang supply, at least masiguro gid nato nga dili mo mahal ang presyo sa either karning baboy o di ba kakan mga gipamaligya nga lechon samtang nagpabilin pa nga ASF free ang Cebu and Central Visayas.
So for the Department of Agriculture, sir, through our AMAD or Marketing Division, we conduct weekly price monitoring. So with that, atong gina-check kung nabay increase or unsa bay mga changes as to the trends of the price. If ever na, we give them feedback, sir, to the local government units concerned nga mao ni kuan mao ni mga prices nga among na monitor, mao ni mga results among analysis. So since the Department of Agriculture is not mandated to kuan man gyud, sir, no, control the price or what to give ikanag yung recommended nga mga presyo, so mo na nga among gibuhat, we just give feedback to the LGU and then it's for their local price council committee to decide or to make kuan ba policy para ma-control ng kung namagani mga instances nga mo increase gyud despite nga sa atong data we are sufficient man unta gyud sa atong region with the pork nga supply or meat production.
Balik lang ko. Sir, aside sa ASF, do we have any other nga mga sakit na ginamonitor para lang sa mga baboy nga maka-affect po sa production and all?
Yes, the Provincial Veterinary Office is not only monitoring ASF. There are a lot of diseases na gi-monitor. And there are also a lot of coordination meeting, not only with DA, but like for even influenza, we coordinate with DENR. Right now, is the season for migratory birds. So, even influenza, there's an outbreak recently dito in Luzon, in Pangasinan. So, we're also in heightened status to monitor all of these areas. Our poultry industry is huge, aside from the hog industry. So, ang Provincial Veterinary Office usually we usually conduct 2 surveillance period katong northern pathway and the southern pathway sa migratory birds around March, April, May, and right now, July, August, September. So, mangolekta na sad mi. In Cebu, we have identified mga LGUs nga high risk, no? Apil ana yes, of course, Olango Island and Bantayan Island. We have Talisay and some areas nga gi-identify na mo presence of migratory birds. So, ang surveillance ana is not katong migratory birds may kuha ang dugo. It's actually for those local poultry nga posible nga naa siya in contact. So, we're very happy to announce nga the Bureau of Animal Industry also give us the certificate of free status sa even influenza. Muna ang mga shipper for the poultry raisers, bugawas sila, patura sa tumoy i-attach. So, walay requirement for negative test result. Other areas nga na ay even influenza or na ay bird flu, muto nga maharang siya sa quarantine once i-apply for a shipping permit. And aside ana, naaputay mga sakit, no? We have we continue with the foot and mouth disease. Nasa tay monitoring for the brucella katong maka-abortion, no, for the cattle and the carabao, and of course also caprine arthritis and encephalitis. Ug lain pa mga sakit sa kanang goat. So dili ra na moy amuang gi-monitor. There's a lot of diseases. We also do coordination meeting with PHO kung rabies na po nga tap.
Hog cholera, ma'am.
There's also a monitoring, apil na siya ang hog cholera sa mga swine fevers.
Pero wala pa tayo
Yeah, wala. We don't.
free. Yeah.
Yes.
Dok, given ang reality nato sa mga lungsod or even sa cities gani what ay mga vet department division dito, how do you find it? For example, weekend palitan sa I think sa Lapu-Lapu wala pa sila sila city vet walang
Lapu-Lapu has city veterinarian, sir. They have two, the city vet and the one veterinarian. So, ang mahitabuan na is for those areas nga walay veterinarians, that's why the provincial vet our presence will be very visible on those areas. But naay mga munisipyo karon nga naanay mga nag-hire sila og veterinarian. So, kung wala gani veterinarian, that's why we have a close coordination with the municipal agriculturist. Muna nga ang mga municipal agriculture office, dili lang city vet or municipal vet, but municipal agriculture and city agriculture, we do kuan. Wala specialization. So, the province of Cebu has more or less the 900 nga barangay animal health aid. Muna siya og BHW. So, muna siya nahulog ng extension arm nga og naay mga report sa specific nila nga barangay, they need to report to their MAU or city vet or some of them mo diretso sa amo nga mo report. So that's why kanang nay mga hungihong chismis amo nang patulan labi na mga balita kay even mga baha volunteers, barangay animal health aid volunteers mo report na siya diretso sa opisina. So that's how we do the report. Yes, we call them barangay animal health aid volunteers ba, and it's properly recognized by the Cebu provincial government.
Basin na uban pa mga mamuyag, mga baboy. Maita mo gining na kalibog ka ng labi ng masakit sa baboy basin mapalaka. Abi nila ESF kaning common nga swine flu gid ay. So unsaon man nato pag check or maka-respond ba usab ang ato ang mga municipal vets or even mga baha kung galing ang ilang mga baboy maka-experience og kanang mga pagpamati like the swine flu kay masin maglibog niya sila between the common swine flu and then the ASF.
Yes, labi karon mga panahon ng rainy season na ay mga swine dysentery, kanang magkalibanga, daghan kay mga cases ana. Ang ato mga municipal agriculture office, na sila we call municipal livestock technician or livestock coordinators. They were also trained. Aside from the barangay animal health aid, nag-train sa PVO for that's 11 days. No, so we have this close coordination with mga baha. Now, ang reporting ana, mo report na sa diri sa MUA, pero kung immediate nga pag dapat sa mga tambal ana is the LGU. Kung di na nila kaya, manawag mo sa diri sa MUA. So we send representative also. Yes.
And you mentioned, Doc, that we have 900 bahas in the province of Cebu.
Yes, sir.
We have 1,066 barangays, di ba? So, sa ito pa na kulang na 100 kapin ng mga bahanan.
Yes, sir. There are LGUs na highly urbanized, manggod. Yes. So, yeah, the good thing lang for those highly urbanized areas, naman po sila yung city vets. So, coordinator po naghihapon sila sa amo.
Sa countryside na sa isla, na tayo mga baha per baha.
Yes. All LGUs have barangay animal health aid. Mura siya counterpart with BHW. They are extension arms. And even the Department of Agriculture also recognized that.
A question po sir, Doc, for DA. Do we have an update po ba sa anti-ASF vaccines rollout? DA Central Office made mention about the possible rollout for the third quarter this year.
So for the ASF vaccine, it is under controlled rollout. So unsay pasabot sa controlled rollout, na ay bakuna pero wala pa siya gihatagan og license nga ma-commercially baligya. It's because before makahatag or before mabaligya ang isa ka vaccine commercially sa agrivet or sa unsa nga mga shops, dapat na siya lisensya from the FDA nga safe na gyud siya gamiton. So ngano gi-controlled because before mo issue ang FDA og license nga pwede na siya ibaligya, need na siya og mga results data sa trials nga gibuhat. Karon ang based man gud sa gisabit nga data or from the trial, after administration sa vaccine, ang antibody nga ma-form sa lawas sa baboy mo decline pag abot niya og 5 months. So meaning kung ang anay atong hatagan og bakuna kay para ang atong concept na ang antibody sa anay mapasa unta sa vaccine para safe na pud ang mga vaccine nga i-grow, dili siya makita, wala siya napasa. In fact, na maganino mga signs nga mugawas after 5 months nga pagbakuna. So mo na nga dili gyud siya advisable pa nga i-release for commercial farms. I mean for usage sa mga farms. Smallhold labi na kay mga backyard kay di man gud nato ma-monitor gyud daily ning sa mga smallhold. Ang isa pa gyud ana is isa sa mga results nga kita pod na apoy shedding. So sa katong mga baboy nga gibakunahan na ay mga nakita nga mga fragments sa virus mismo sa ihi, sa tai. So kung ang farm, labi na ning mga smallhold nga di pa gyud ana ka well implemented ang iyang biosecurity, pasing mao na maka-cause nga mo kalat ang sakit. So mao na nga gi-controlled rolled out pa gyud siya sa Bureau of Animal Industry. So ahong klaruhon wala pagyoy commercially available nga ASF vaccine kay under pa na gihapon siya sa kanang controlled rolled out by the government, by the DABAI. So if naa magani tay makita sa mga online shops or asa na dapit nato nga mga advertisement, that is illegal. Kay wala na siya license nga para ibaligya pa nga bakuna.
I think no more questions for our media partner siguro. Before ta mo end sa tong kapihan, at least natay siguro announcement lang siguro Dok or reminders lang sa ato ang audience and our consumers siguro.
Yes. Ang ako lang i-remind no sa mga hog racers nga for those areas nga natagaan na grass ASF, make use of it para makabaligya mo sa outside Cebu. And katong na ay mga lechon industry ka mga LGU pod nga daghang na maligyag lechon, also tap with your local government unit kay basi makatabang sila nga ang inyong mga hogs ato ra pod ibaligya sa katong mga lechonero nato no. And for those mga namuhi, if ever na amoy makita nga mga mortalities or mga nanagsakit, i-report dayon sa inyong municipal agriculture or city vet offices. Thank you.
For the Department of Agriculture, we really encourage everyone to support no sa unsay mga policies gihimo sa atong local government. Kay kani di ra gyud makaya kung si DA, si PLG or si MLGU. So kung sa mga farmers nato kung namoy nabatian nga mga kwandihan ay mga illegal nga pasulod, report it to your municipal agriculture office. Kay kanitanan nga cooperation collaborative nga efforts is para ra man pud sa atong local industry no nga protection. And sa akong giingon pa sa gina-mention ni Doc Rose, vibrant kaayo ang hog and poultry industry sa atong province, atong region. So atong tabangan mag-share ta sa atong mga contribution para ma-protect ni ug ma-maintain ang industry nga nindot. Thank you very much.
Yes. Na additional question.
I don't. Look, follow up lang atong regarding lang ato sa vaccine, Doc. Will DA still consider the rollout considering the results mentioned or need pagod siya og stabihan pagod siya?
Yes, so matoy rolled out meaning ang sa katong na mga intent nga gusto may mo sila borag area for kuano kaning pag test, so gina-check na tanan, di na siya ingon nga basta-basta ihatag lang pod. So oo, tapos need na siya mga clearances etc. So ang pag-release sa vaccine is naatay guidelines, national guidelines na we can share it to you no para may bukan ninyo unsay process, and it still requires further pagyod nga results data before pa ma-release ang koan. Oo.
Just last day. Doc, at isang Cebu, is it 11 to 20 billion ang hog industry?
20 billion hog industry, sir. Yes, actually the commercial group identified it mga around 25 billion. But since we are in a government, we also look into the statistics of Philippine PSA, NDA. So we're into 20 to 22 billion. So just be very conservative, we look into the 20 billion industry.
Yes, so approximately at 9. Oo. Kay ang pinakadako sa atong Region 7, ang hog and poultry is really in Cebu. Oo, ang pinakadako nga industry.
And I think that ends our kapihan sa BIA. On behalf of our regional head, Ms. Payat Rinian, and our assistant regional head, Ms. Rachel Ross, we would like to thank our guests, the regional livestock coordinator of DA7, Mr. Zim Voter E. Amper, and the provincial veterinarian, Dr. Mary Rose Vincoy. Manghinaot kami nga doon na kami nakutlo nga maayong impormasyon gikan sa among diskusyon. Kami sa PIA, anda muhatag kadinyo ug maayong balita gikan sa gobyerno. Again, this is Zoana Rose Lopez of the Philippine Information Agency Central Visayas. Once again, stay safe and see you next episode next week. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.